Good afternoon, although not a good afternoon in the country as it continues to reel in shock over the discoveries of bodies at a quarry in Mukuru kwa Njenga, here the country's capital. We have those details for you. One more body has been retrieved this afternoon. Here on TV47 we have those details, but first, the highlights. Police say they have arrested a middle-aged man believed to be behind the murder of multiple women and dumping their bodies in Kware dumpsite in Mukuru kwa Njenga, Nairobi County.
We have this morning arrested the prime suspect, already identified to you guys by the Acting Inspector General, known as Collins Jumaisa Halusha.
Retrieval of bodies at the Kware dumpsite in Mukuru kwa Njenga enters day 4, with more bodies expected to be pulled from the quarry. President William Ruto now accuses an American private foundation of sponsoring violence during the anti-government protest.
Wale ambao wanaleta pesa sijui kutoka wapi ati kujaribu kununua fujo, ati vijana wafanye fujo Kenya, hawa wahuni tutawakomesha.
Good afternoon, welcome on board. This is TV47 News Now. My name is Moige William. Let us place you ahead of the curve with the latest. Now, this afternoon, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation has revealed that they have arrested a middle-aged man believed to be behind the murder of multiple women and dumping their bodies in Kware dumpsite in Mukuru kwa Njenga, here in Nairobi County. The 33-year-old suspect, Collins Jumaisa Halusha, from Vihiga County, was arrested in Nairobi's Kayole area, and crucial exhibits were recovered from his house, which is just meters from the crime scene, according to the Director of Criminal Investigations, Mohammed Amin. Preliminary investigations show that all the 9 female bodies recovered at Kware dumpsite were severely dismembered. The DCI boss said the suspected serial killer confessed of killing 42 women since the year 2022, with the recent heinous act having been committed last Thursday.
We call upon any member of public with information that may aid the police in identifying the bodies or those who have cases of their missing persons to report to the DCI headquarters or the nearest police station.
We have this morning arrested the prime suspect, already identified to you guys by the Acting Inspector General, known as Collins Jumaisa Halusha, 33 years old. The suspect was arrested at Soweto in Kayole sub-county this morning at around 3 a.m. On interrogation, the suspect confessed to have lured, killed and disposed 42 female bodies at the dumping site, all murdered between 2022 and as recent as last day, 11th of July, 2024. Unfortunately, and this is very sad, the suspect alleged that the first victim was his wife, namely Imelda Judith Halenya.
Still on that story, the number of bodies retrieved at the Kware dumpsite at the Mukuru kwa Njenga slums has hit 12, after 2 more bodies were pulled out as at this hour. Our reporter, Mike Gongo, is at the scene and now joins us. Mike, you have been keeping tabs on this particular story for quite a while, that is since Sunday. And also today we understand that you have also pitched a tent in that particular area, that is Mukuru kwa Njenga. What can you tell us as of now? What is the latest from the ground, and what are the sights and sound from Mukuru kwa Njenga? Mike. All right, we are still trying to link up with our very own Mike Kagwongo. What we understand as of now is the number of bodies retrieved at the Kware dumpsite at the Mukuru kwa Njenga slums has hit 12 after 2 more bodies were pulled out as at this hour. All right, now we have Mike Kagwongo on the line. You have been keeping tabs on this particular story for the better part of today and also yesterday. What can you tell us as of now? Over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Mwege William. Indeed, we camping here at Mukuru kwa Njenga, this dump site, which on Friday the bodies started being retrieved after one person just decided that, said according to them, that they received some dreams concerning having had a dream about one of their family members or relative coming in their dreams to tell them about their bodies or so. So we have been camping here since yesterday and today. For the better part of today, we have been here and we understand that 2 bodies have been retrieved since morning. But what has been happening here since in the last 10 minutes is that since the second body was retrieved, they tried to bring the body here at this police station. Let me just, if my camera person can show you, I can hear his coughing because of the tear gas here. This is Kware police station. As you can see, police officers here trying to manage the situation. The residents were trying to come in and bring the body here before it was put into police land cruise and taken to city mortuary. But they started pelting stones at this police station, and that is when police officers also did lob tear gas to disperse the crowd, irate residents that I have been here. You can see some of them are still running, and the other side of my end is where we also have been seeking refuge here in this church, King Worship Center. Some other members of public are also seeking refuge here to evade stones and tear gas that has been lobbed here by police officers. As police officers at the further end, you can see police officers are still at the further end to maintain or to contain irate residents that have been also pelting stones at them. I don't know. Just to let you know, Mwege William, is that only 2 bodies have been retrieved today with the help of residents from this area, but they didn't have any help from police officers or any DCI, but they just decided to do it of their own volition. They've been calling for assistance from the government or police officer or DCI or health personnel to make sure that they provide them with gloves or so face mask. But as up to now, only one Mukuru Health Rescue Center just came in and provided some face masks and gloves, but they were not enough. They've been trying to do all this without anybody's help. But up to now, we understand that yesterday 1 body was retrieved to bring to a total number of 10 bodies. That is according to police officers. With the 2 retrieved now, the police officers' statement will be reading 12 bodies will be in total. But according to residents here, they say that only 6 bodies were retrieved on Friday. Then 8 bodies were retrieved on Friday. That is plus 2, which they counted here from this dump site. And then 3 bodies on Saturday. Remember that 5 sacks of body 5 sacks were taken from this dump site, but only 3 contained human bodies. But now they believe that there is a total of about 14 bodies that have been retrieved here. They are calling for the government to make sure that they provide sophisticated equipment to retrieve more bodies, which they seem to be at the farthest end from the wall. So that means they can't be able to reach them without enough equipment like cranes, and that is what they've been calling the government to do so. So we are still here at Kware Police Station to bring you up to date and up to speed of whatever is happening here, to make sure that at least whatever residents are struggling to do with the police officers will be bringing you live, Mwige. From here at Kware in Mukuru kwa Njenga, my name is Mike Kagongo.
All right, Mike, if you are still on the line, maybe what is the state of the retrieval exercise? Because you have just mentioned that still police are trying to contain the situation due to the irate residents who are... All right, Mike, if you can hear me, what is the state of the exercise to retrieve more bodies from that quarry? If you can hear me, Mike.
Moige, of course I can hear you. They have only managed to retrieve 2 bodies since morning, but the 2 bodies only contain the lower part of the body, so they are not full bodies. They believe that those are 2 people, and since the time has elapsed, they said that they were going to take those bodies to city mortuary themselves, something like protests over the road up to city mortuary, but eventually the police officers came with the vehicle and they decided to give the body to police officers to take them to the city mortuary. But up to now, they've stopped the exercise up to tomorrow, so they say that they will be continuing more on tomorrow to make sure that they retrieve more bodies. But remember, they don't have any assistance from any organization or any government officials or any government agencies to assist them retrieve these bodies. But up to now, the situation is calm. The road is now passable because the residents have already left. The police officers have gone back to the police station. The situation here is already normal. As you can see, these are also members of public just trying to maneuver around. About 10 minutes ago, they could not have been used this road because tear gas canisters had been lobbed here by police officers. But up to now, they have stopped the exercise until tomorrow. Back to you, Moige William.
All right, thank you, Michael Kagongo, for that particular update. Our man on the ground giving us an update on the situation there in Mukuru, Kwanjenga. Now, let us still keep tabs on this particular story, whereby today, women elected leaders in the country, led by the Council of Governors Chairperson Anne Waiguru, addressed the tragic Kware incident, where the bodies of at least 10 women have been recovered. The leaders have expressed their profound shock and vehemently condemned the brutal killings in Mukuru, Kwanjenga. They have called for an immediate and thorough investigation into the matter. The leaders have further urged the government to provide support to the grieving families, including counseling services. Additionally, questions have arisen regarding whether these killings were the actions of an individual or a group of gangs. The leaders emphasize the need for gender desk to be established in police stations to better handle such incidences.
This horrifying incident underscores the urgent need to address security concerns and protection of all citizens in our society. We demand accountability from all the security chiefs responsible for the area surrounding Mukuru, Kwanjenga. It is critical that those entrusted with our safety and security to be held accountable for failing to prevent such horrific crimes.
He claims that he has done this to 42 women, takes us back to a conversation we've had with the National Police Service over the years. The need to have gender desks in every police station or police posts of well-trained gender officers. Because if that had been the case and there was a way of collecting this information as it comes in these police stations and police posts over the months and then the years, then a certain trade would have been identified early enough to tell you that there's a certain person targeting women.
From the Gender Commission, this is femicide, which was so rampant at the beginning of the year. But today, I'm so saddened that it even started earlier than that. That is in 2022, according to DCI's information this morning. So we are calling on the DCI and his group. We had issued a statement before, but we are calling on him again to ensure that investigations are carried on, and this particular culprit that was arrested today, not only is he brought to book, but he is interrogated enough.
All right. right, that is the voice of women leaders. Now let us shift gears here. President William Ruto has called out the Ford Foundation, an American private foundation, accusing it of sponsoring violence during the anti-government protest. Speaking in Nakuru, the president claimed that the foundation had goons to cause mayhem during the protest, which led to the destruction of property, including key government institutions, that is among them Parliament, and looting of businesses. The president gave the foundation an ultimatum to either stop sponsoring violence in Kenya or they leave the country.
Sisi tunataka tuwaambie wale ambao wanaleta pesa sijui kutoka wapi ati kujaribu kununua fujo, ati vijana wafanye fujo Kenya. Hawa wahuni tutawakomesha. Ama namna gani jameni? Na wale wahalifu wote, hata wale wamelete hasara mpaka watoto wetu wasichana kule Kware wamepoteza maisha yao kwa sababu ya wakora na kwa sababu ya watu criminals. I want to tell the country, those behind the criminal activity against our children, against our daughters in Kware, all of them, the government of Kenya will make sure that they are brought to book and they are charged so that we can stop criminality in the Republic of Kenya and protect our children, our daughters, and all citizens of the Republic of Kenya. Vijana wetu wa Kenya, tafadhali msikubali ati watu wafanye nchi yetu iwe ni nchi ya kupigana, ya kuharibu mali na ya fujo. Tutaweka amani sisi wote. Wangapi wanasema tuweke amani katika taifa letu la Kenya? Hiyo ni sauti ya Nakuru. Nakuru wamesema hatutaki fujo, hatutaki vita, hatutaki kuharibu mali ya taifa letu la Kenya. Tunataka kuweka amani katika taifa letu la Kenya, ndio kila Mkenya apate ya nafasi ya kufanya kazi, ya kuhustle na ya kujitegemea.
And now, religious leaders in the country are now calling upon President William Ruto to hold the security agencies accountable after the discovery of more than 10 bodies at Kware dumpsite in Nairobi, dismembered and dumped. Speaking in Bungoma County after anniversary celebration of the Living Prophetic Revival Ministry Church, they have expressed their disappointments on the rising insecurity in the country. The leaders want the government to discard the position of senators and also representation of women women in the country as one of the ways to save taxpayers' money.
Tunasema pole kwa jamii ambazo zilipoteza wapendo wao. Tumeona mauaji ambayo ni ya kushangaza sana, mili ambazo zimepatikana kule Nairobi Kware. Tunaombea jamii hizo, Mungu awape faraja na mpate nguvu. Na tunaambia serikali wafanye uchunguzi wa haraka sana na waweze kuchukulia hatua wote watakaopatikana katika kufanya mambo hayo. Na pia tunasema ya kwamba labda ni wakati tuangalie katiba yetu, tuone ya kwamba je, kuna uwezekano kuna ofisi zingine ambazo hazifai Kenya, kwa mfano kama zile ofisi za women rep. Mtu ataniconvince sana niambie kazi yao ni kazi gani na budget walio nao ni kubwa. Ni muhimu pia tuangalie Senate ni muhimu. Maana mimi kwa maoni yangu ninaona ile kazi Senate inafanya, auditors wanaweza fanya oversight kwa county government.
Ambao wako abducted na wamefichwa, wamewekwa mahali ambapo hapajulikani. Leo sisi tumekuwa hapa na sherehe kuadhimisha miaka 16 kama huduma, tumeombea taifa letu. Tunaomba kwamba kuwe na amani.
All right, there you have it, a mix of sentiments by the clergy in Bungoma County. Now, Gen Z youths in Turkana County have opposed the alleged plan by some politicians to use tomorrow's protest to disrupt the peace in Lodwar and its environs. Speaking in Lodwar town, the youth have said, or rather, have reiterated they will not allow to be used to create riots during peaceful protest. They have vowed to continue with a peaceful protest, that is tomorrow, Tuesday, and face those who try to create riots and disrupt the process.
politician wameingia kwa hii maandamano wana finance watu. Na tungependa kuambia watu ndio politician. Serikali ya Ruto ione hao watu hawa.
It will be a very peaceful demonstration. We have our field marshals who will be there to make sure that hakuna kitu ya mtu itaguzwa.
Hapa kaunti ya Turkana tutakubali. Sasa hizi tunaambia watakuja kuchoma kaunti ya governor. Watakuja kuchoma ingine kwa public service board. Sisi tutakubali kama Gen Z hapa Turkana. Na tutakubali. That's the first thing. Leo tuko hapa kuambia hao, if they want to try, let them try tomorrow. Wacha jaribu kesho tufesia nao, tuambie hao ukweli wa maneno. Kwa sababu ni kama kuna venye we know them, they have been financiers. Wamefinanziwa, nasikia hata wanaletwa na magari. Wacha waletwe na magari tupatane nao leo.
Kama kutakuwa na maandamano ya amani, tutaenda wote tuandamane kwa amani. Lakini kama kuna wakora wanataka kutumika vibaya, sisi tutakuwa pale na tutakamata mtu ambaye anataka kwenda kuchoma nyumba ama duka ya mtu yeyote.
There you have it from the Gen Z in Turkana County. Now, elsewhere and to a different topic, matters education, whereby a section of university students are urging the president to include them in the process of choosing the new cabinet secretaries. This comes after the president this weekend, or rather the previous weekend, pledged to appoint a cabinet that represents the face of Kenya. The students are also calling upon the national government to involve them in government plannings.
University students and young people of this country, we would like to appreciate the move by His Excellency the President Dr. William Samoei Ruto in actually trying to fix this country by listening to the voices of the young people and accepting to be guided by their wisdom. His willingness to actually dissolve the cabinet and withdraw the finance bill are steps towards the right direction of fixing this nation. The youth of this nation recognize and welcome both decisions. As university student leaders and ambassadors of our Generation Z, we suggest that the president, as he thinks about constituting the new cabinet, he actually considers greatly young people of this nation who have distinguished themselves in leadership,